Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of We Made the Change. Today, we got a hot topic.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Are y'all really ready to be a millionaire?
Hey, a lot of them out here talking about
They
being
think they're ready. I don't think they're ready.
You hear that a lot on social
Right,
media nowadays.
right.
The millionaire. Everybody want to make $1 million.
Man,
Everybody want to make $1 million.
it's a lot of stuff that come with it, y'all.
It's a
so
lot that come with it.
we're going to dive into it.
What we gonna talk about? Why,
Come on now.
Why they don't want to be millionaires?
Why they don't want to be.
They don't want to be millionaires.
No, you think you do, but you don't. You don't.
Everybody think they want to be a millionaire.
But at the end of the show, I want y'all to drop some comments and let us know, after we talk about what we talk about, are you still ready to be a millionaire? So we going to see.
I'm going to drop my comment. Hey, I can remember when even in my young 20s, I used to always
Young
talk.
20s.
Girl, hold on now.
Long time ago.
Girl, even in my young 20s, I can remember saying to myself, I'm going to be a millionaire. Like, that was like the thing to say.
That is a thing to say.
And it still is the thing to say. Everybody equates success to becoming a millionaire. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
But it's not really a lot of money.
It's not. Especially now, not with your new president. It's not a lot of money.
He's not president. Okay.
It's definitely not a lot of money.
I guess
now.
I'm claiming.
It's definitely not a lot of money. But it is a goal that's, should I say, we going to see if it's a goal that's obtainable for you guys if you think you really want to become a millionaire. Because maybe after you hear some of this stuff we're going to talk about today, you might not want to become a millionaire no more.
Maybe you want to be a thousandaire. Is that what it's called, thousandaire?
I don't know. I ain't in that book. But give me one of them things that you really feel like is one of the main reasons why. I ain't gonna even say the main reason because there's so many reasons that go into this that you would say to somebody to say, you don't want to become a millionaire because of this right here.
You know what? I still deal with this.
Okay, talk about it.
The family issues. Because, one, you trying to do what you need to do to become the millionaire, so you don't have time for family. And then people get entitled.
Why you ain't got time for us?
That, and can you give me some money?
We ain't even going to the money thing. Let's just go back to the time thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of time put into being a millionaire. You got to work. You got to go after whatever you're trying to do. You got to set goals. You can't go out. It's a lot of stuff that comes with that. Yeah. So
I think when you talk about the things that come with, quote unquote, becoming a millionaire or a success, when you talk about the time, dedication that it takes, that's what sometimes can deter your family from having that same type of relationship with you, because you got to have tunnel vision.
Exactly.
You got to be focused.
Everybody can't understand that, though.
They got this challenge that goes around on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And I think they even nowadays, they got little booklets that help you achieve this goal to save $10,000 goal. You seen that?
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
You seen that?
Yeah.
So even with the saving $10,000 goal, you know how disciplined you got to be to save $10,000? To save $10,000, that person has to be very disciplined.
I just seen a video where they were putting the money in the little piggy bank, and then probably about a week later they breaking it open, taking it back out. So that's discipline within itself.
That's discipline. So imagine how hard it is to save that $10,000. Now you're talking about being a millionaire. That's a whole different level of discipline and commitment. And like you said, now we're talking about taking away time from the family.
Yeah. And you got to have if you're in a relationship, you got to have a supportive spouse.
Oh, yeah. That's what I give it.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't got nobody that supports you on this journey, and I say journey, and because that's exactly what it's going to take for you to fulfill that whole quote-unquote $1 million dream of yours, you got to have support. Yeah. You got to have understanding, and it's hard because you got to have somebody that's on the same mindset that you on.
Right, right.
Because we talked about this last episode. You got to have that mindset. Like, you got to have that dog mentality mindset to say, I'm going to achieve this goal no matter what.
No matter what. Yep. And
no matter what.
Your spouse got to be on the same time.
On the same time.
Because if they not, your spouse can make and break you in life. Yeah. Like who you choose to marry or be with, have kids with, can make or break you.
So when you, if you trying to make that $1 million, when you make that first 100,000, you can't go buy them red bottoms every week.
The rims and red bottoms.
You can't go buy. Purses. No, don't talk about the rims and just stay on the women's stuff.
He one of them,
straight on the women's stuff. Men, we ain't that complicated.
Really?
We not. We easy.
We gonna go off topic, so I ain't gonna go there because we'll dive into a whole nother.
We ain't gonna go into the men thing. The women is the problem when it comes to the spending habits. That's where the problem lies. If we gonna be honest, fellas, if you agree with me, shake your head. Yes.
The ladies, leave a comment.
So you got the obstacles of dealing with the family when it comes to wanting to become a millionaire, right? And like I said, it's one of those subjects, and when you fall into dealing with family, we talking about people who not necessarily got the same mindset, because it takes a certain mindset to reach millionaire status. I don't think sometimes it can be luck, but for the most part, you got to have intentions when it comes to achieving that type of goal. Mm-hmm. You got to have an intention on, I want to become this. I want to achieve this. And that takes a lot of discipline. That takes a lot of sacrifice.
Right. You got to be locked in.
Got to be locked in, like sacrifice to the utmost level. When you talk about making those sacrifices in those family members that are accustomed to talking to you every day. Y'all got the group chat.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got the group chat, and y'all talking about the basketball game and, you know, the hanging out, what's on Netflix. Sometimes you kind of, you know, that might go from we talking 3 or 4 days out the week to now we only talking 1 day out of the week.
Yeah, if at all.
If at all. Yeah. And you know what happened when you don't get on the chat no more. Who are you now? Think you all that. You think you all that.
I do. I do.
You think you all that. Oh, you ain't got time for us no more.
Yeah.
Oh, you trying to chase them dreams.
And it's not, you know, even that. You're right. You chasing your dreams. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. So you have to put in the time. You have to put in the work, and maybe have a conversation with family members and say, hey, I'm trying to get us there. I gotta focus. I gotta go straight guerrilla mode, you know. So
yeah, and when you get into that mindset, I think you got to understand that the environment plays a huge part. You know, becoming a millionaire and being in the wrong environment will eliminate it fast, because you cannot. And this gonna be the short. I'm gonna make sure that this is a short. You cannot reach that level of success and be around people that don't have that mindset of reaching that same level of success.
Right.
You're not gonna be in a room with somebody who is thinking, I just want to make $40,000 a year for the next 5 to 10 years, and you got this mindset of I'm trying to accomplish becoming a millionaire. But yet I'm hanging with somebody who all they care about is making $30,000 a year. I might love you. I care about you a lot. But we can't mix on the same frequency. Like, I got to go be around people who thinking either where I'm thinking or higher.
Or higher, yeah.
And sometimes for most people, they get offended, especially if you're not thinking on that level. They get offended when you say that to them.
Yeah,
because
you know they're not there yet. They haven't reached that level yet.
Yeah, they're not thinking on that level. They don't know what it takes to achieve that level of success. So naturally, it makes them uncomfortable that you come to them talking about, I can't hang with you because you ain't thinking on this level.
Right.
Now you think you all that.
Right.
So you don't want to be a millionaire if you go think you all that. Because to become a millionaire, you got to think you all that. I think I'm all that, Crystal. I really think I'm all that.
You are.
I
you
am
are,
all
friend.
that. I'm all that. I'm all that. You all that too. That's why
Thank you.
That's why she a millionaire.
Don't put that out there. Do not put that out there.
I think you gotta have that mindset of being in the uncomfortable areas and being in the uncomfortable rooms until you get to a point to where your uncomfortable is becoming comfortable. And then even then, like I'm in rooms now to where we talk amongst people who think like we think now, but I'm trying to go into them rooms where they really make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, because that's where you're gonna grow.
Yeah, and it honestly, it's hard to make me uncomfortable because I think I'm all that. But I just want them $100 million rooms, but we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole different. We ain't gonna get into that. You talk about the family, and then you talk about being in an environment where the change of environment plays a huge part in you going down that road to becoming a millionaire.
Right.
One of the other things that I really believe is a huge impact on you becoming a millionaire is you being comfortable with the new version of you, because you got to make a change.
Right.
Is that our podcast? That's our podcast.
That's our podcast.
You got to make a change in order to achieve this level of success.
Yeah.
So a lot of y'all, for the most part, y'all, that change part is the beginning process. That's just bare minimum.
That's something I struggle with. Like now, like I battle myself to get up and go work out. Mm-hmm. And then when I think about doing that, I'm thinking about, I have to be this way for my team, mm-hmm. so that I can be a better version of myself for mm-hmm. them, so that we can make money. I can pay everybody. Mm-hmm. Just being consistent.
How much you be paying?
None of your business. And I can't afford you. I cannot afford you.
I'm trying to get a job, y'all. I'm trying to get a job. Yeah, that new version. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Since the name of our podcast is We Make the Change, and we're talking about this, when did you make that change of mindset of saying, I've achieved this level of success, but I got to do this in order to get to the next level?
Daily.
It is a daily job.
Battle.
It's a daily job. Yeah. It's a daily, even when you get the money.
Yeah, you struggle still.
Oh man,
people think that once you reach $1 million or whatever amount they set forth, mm-hmm. they think it stops there.
No,
it doesn't. You have to continue doing what. First of all, you got to keep doing what you did. You can't get comfortable.
Yes,
you got to keep doing what you did to get there.
Yes.
Now you got to even work harder because you got to maintain it.
Yes. When you talk about maintaining. It's a podcast.
Yeah, it's for your business. It's one of your people. That's all. That's what it is, y'all.
When you talk about maintaining that level of success, so you done worked hard to get to mm-hmm. the $1 million.
Right.
Now you got to work even harder to maintain that $1 million.
You think, I think it's a stress maintaining it, because once you get to a certain level, you ain't trying to go back. Like, you not. And I'm not going to say, I get scared sometimes of going back, even though I know I can get it again. Yeah. But you don't want to have to start over.
It's funny because before I got into this mindset that I am into now, and before I achieved quote-unquote financial success, mm-hmm. I never understood why people who had a great amount of financial success would always keep pushing mm-hmm. and keep pushing and keep pushing. And it wasn't until I achieved it myself to where I understood.
Right.
You can't stop.
No.
You cannot stop. Oh, my goodness. Because, like you said, you'll get scared because you're thinking about, I'm not going back to what I was living.
You got a lot to lose.
Living.
Yeah.
You got a lot to lose. It's funny because I remember this years ago. This is when she was a real popular on social media, Paris Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
Paris Hilton. Yeah. So Paris Hilton, they had this this whole thing going where I think it was her grandparents or maybe her parents, mm-hmm. they were saying that when they passed away, they was only going to leave her $1 million. And she had a fit. She had a fit. But everybody was looking like, she getting upset because she only getting $1 million. She's so ungrateful, blah, blah, blah. And even me, I was definitely judging and looking at her going, how dare you? I think it was $7 million.
This was pre-millionaire.
Oh, definitely pre-millionaire, Melvin.
Okay.
Hate was on a whole different level.
He's a hater.
I'm not a hater. I was happy for Paris. No, I wasn't. But looking back, going, she was upset about $7 million being left to her.
Yeah.
Once you reach a certain level of success, and I'm just thinking about her lifestyle and how she portrays the image of the celebrity.
Right.
Your responsibilities get high.
Yeah.
That overhead gets crazy.
Because you're accustomed to living a certain way.
So $7 million might not be enough to maintain a year for her.
Because I always tell people, I say, y'all look at us like we got money, but at the same time, y'all don't look at the bills that come with it, the changes that come with it.
That's why we telling them, you ain't ready to become a millionaire.
You're not.
You're not ready to become a millionaire, point blank, period.
Maybe some of them are.
Maybe.
You think?
Okay. Now, I hope that listening to these things will encourage you to work on the things and make the changes that's necessary for you to have, first of all, the millionaire mindset. That's the big thing.
It has to be a mindset.
It has to be a mindset. I think Jim Rome said this. Becoming a millionaire is one thing, but the person you have to become a millionaire is everything.
That is deep.
That's the whole.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's what you have to work on the most, yourself. Mm-hmm. You got to work on yourself, and I think once you start making those adjustments in your life and start working on yourself, then it ain't even that you're chasing $1 million anymore. You're chasing the better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Because I talk to myself all the time, and I do answer myself because
you said there was so much confidence.
I do, because I'm my own best friend. I mean, if not me, then who? So I talk to myself, and I have these daily conversations of what do you got to do today to become a better version of you? Like, all the time.
What yourself be saying?
Oh, it be, I'm a rapper. I'm a trap star.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm the president.
Bless her heart. Bless her.
I'm somebody. You can be anything you want to be, including a
say.
millionaire.
That's what they say.
If you're ready to make the change.
If you're ready to make the change. I like how you put that in there because that's what it's going to take.
It needs to be a hashtag.
It needs to be a hashtag. Y'all need to hashtag that. Make that famous. Man, we need to trademark that while you're talking. But, yeah, I think that mindset is the most important thing more than anything to making that change toward shooting for $1 million.
Right. Before family, before environment, you have to be ready.
Yep. So get ready to get uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable because you think saving $10,000 gonna make you uncomfortable because you got to go through all the heartache and pains to put that $10,000 inside that little envelope. Because I can only imagine them people who did the $10,000 challenge. Oh, I bet their pockets was burning when they got to that $10,000. I know they were ready to spend that $10,000.
I got some money. I finna go. What you say? Red bottoms, purses.
Man, you ready to ball out? Especially if you've been showing people that you didn't save the money. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You know what?
Go ahead.
When you said that, you got to be private.
Yes.
Because why are you showing people that you got all this money saved?
Well, you know this new generation. You know how it go. Come on now.
They're going to get robbed, too.
Talk to me. No, don't put that on them. Talk to me. But we come from a different era, especially you. We come from a different era.
10 years ago. Not him.
We kept everything private and still do for the most part. I don't want to be walking around with that much money on me.
I don't want nobody to think I have all this money because you know what come with that?
No.
Cannot borrow.
Cannot borrow. Yeah. You got it.
I can't let nobody borrow nothing of $20.
You got it. That's another thing about
that's my motto.
Being a millionaire, having a millionaire mindset and accomplishing that. You don't want to become a millionaire because people think that you got $1 million on you every day.
Yep. And you can't say no.
And you cannot say no.
Didn't
You got it?
Yeah, didn't we talk about that? I think that was our first or second episode when I told y'all this was my year or no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what made me get to
When they found out you was a millionaire?
Stop putting it out there. Like, for real, stop putting it out there. No, but people take advantage because, like I said,
you got it.
It's some entitlement comes with that.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got
just because
it.
they close to you, they think you're supposed to give it to them, or like you say, you got it.
You got it.
It ain't gonna hurt you to give me that.
You got the mindset already. You done already put in the work. You done already made the sacrifices. You know how to go out there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me borrow it.
You get it again.
You get it again.
That's easy.
That's nothing.
How about you change your mindset so you ain't got to be asking nobody.
All you got to do is watch this podcast. All you got to do is watch this podcast.
What's the name again?
All you got to do is say, we made the change. That's all you got to do. And you could, too, have that unlimited amount of money in your pocket. Not in your pocket.
You got unlimited amount of money.
I don't have an unlimited
That's
amount
what he said, y'all.
I do not have an unlimited
because I'm going to become a beggar right when we get off this podcast.
I don't have $1 million in my pocket by no means. But, yeah, that plays a huge part. I think also you have to be ready to this one of them ones where it'll really make you think about your next move when you're talking about this. I had to write this one down, y'all, because this one.
Don't look like you wrote nothing.
I did. I write on my phone now.
Oh, okay.
I'm new technology.
Why don't you just let them zoom in on that phone?
No, this phone. What's it? 11?
What we on there?
I don't know. I don't keep up with these phones. Shoot, I can't afford it. I can't afford. If you see a person who got an 11 or a 12. Don't ask them for no money because they can't afford no new phone. So what you asking for the money for? You, this be the funny part. The people who be having the 16s and the 17s. Never mind.
What you gonna say?
I ain't gonna even talk about it.
I got a 16 right here. What you gonna say?
But you, nothing. You can afford it. You can afford it, but most people can't.
How you know I ain't get it on the payment plan?
You might have, but I don't believe it. One thing about it, people... This one of the things that is hard to accept once you reach that threshold of quote unquote becoming a millionaire. People automatically think you don't need nothing anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Yeah,
you don't need nothing from me. You got it. What you need something from me for?
And I think that goes financially, emotionally.
Yes.
Like, money doesn't make you strong.
Yes.
Yes,
and people automatically think you Superwoman or Superman because you got money.
I know. Even though I wore this S on my back, I am not Superwoman. You see it?
I saw it.
Okay.
It had a little light on it.
Yeah, you do. I glow, y'all. Black girl magic. But, yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Because people always think that I don't hurt, I don't have feelings. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes because they think I got everything. I don't have everything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get there, but I'm not there yet.
I think it's because in order to achieve that level of success, you have to build this certain persona about yourself that shows strength. Mm-hmm. So people automatically, from an emotional standpoint, people automatically put you in this category of you're strong.
Yeah.
You can handle it.
Yeah, you can take everything.
Yeah. So, you know, the emotional side kind of go out the window. And for the most part, you do know how to cope with a lot of stuff.
You do. Because you got to have that. It all starts with mindset. You have to have the mindset. Yeah. But who do you go to when you need something? I'm not just talking about financial, but, you know, when you want to talk to somebody, when you might have a crisis. I go through crisis weekly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the emotional counterpart that comes with having money. I deal with, you know, the struggles of I got to pay everything, especially when you got money with a business. We're going to get into that, taxes. That's another one.
I'm going to take the headphones off on that one. I don't even want to talk about that one.
But, you know, the struggle of maintaining it, the struggle of, you know, you like we said, you get the money. Some of your friends disappear, you know, the strain on relationships. Yep. So it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Check on y'all friends, y'all.
Yes. check on the friends that you think got it together because they got money.
Mm-hmm.
They still need some phone calls.
Yeah.
They still need some what's up. Just want to check on you. I ain't calling you to ask you for nothing because most of the time, people who have reached that level of success, they sometimes avoid phone calls because typically it's because you ever get that phone call from somebody you ain't talked to in a long time and they be like, oh, what's up? I see you. I see you doing your thing, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, you think, what?
You just want a genuine friend.
What?
Like somebody you can call and, you know, trip out with, tell your struggles, but still.
And don't get it twisted. We're not saying that we're not willing to help anybody.
No.
But if you know you ain't talked to me in a year.
Don't be calling me about no money.
Don't be calling me about no money.
No.
Like if you want to call and say, congratulations on your success, proud of you, I can take that all day, every day.
I personally feel like that's disrespectful.
When they call and ask for money? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a slap in the face.
It's an insult. It's disrespectful. And it's kind of hurtful because why you ain't checked on me before?
Because you should have been checking on me when I was going through this journey to get to this success.
Exactly.
Because that's when I needed to check on.
Yeah.
I don't need you to check on me now. I got all this paper. Never mind.
He keep telling y'all.
But that's when I think you needed the most check up on. Yeah. You know, when I got a real close knitted group of friends. They are like my brothers. Mm-hmm. They are my brothers. And even when I was going through my journey of the road to success, they would always check on me. They would always text me. Friends. Oh yeah, top of the line. Wouldn't trade them for nothing, and they ain't asking me for nothing. They actually had, and I was just talking to one of my boys about this the other day. I'm so grateful for my circle of homeboys that because they succeeded on their level before me. So it made me have a level of drive to want to be successful. Right. Because I saw their success. I saw them accomplishing their goals. I saw them going for things that they wanted to work hard for. So even though I wasn't where I wanted to be, it would always motivate me to see them and go, man, like I can't stay in this circle and not be driven.
Not grow. Yeah. And success means different, different things to different people. Absolutely. So it's not always making all this money or, But like you said, you seen them going after what they wanted. And it drove you, so you got to get in the right groups, y'all. You got to get in the right environment.
Yeah. My brother, he joined the military at a late age in life. I'm talking about the nigga was old. He was old. But
like your age. Was he your age?
When he joined the military, it was late, and he had a goal in mind, and he went off to Germany, which I know had to be super uncomfortable because he went over there for years, like 3 or 4 years, just to go over and be in that level of uncomfort to accomplish his goals that he had set out in his mind. Like, that was inspiring to me because I'm like, for you to get uncomfortable at this late in age says a lot about your character. Yeah. Because most people, and this is why I say, you don't want to become a millionaire because most people, they get to a certain age in life and those dreams and goals go out the window.
They stuck in their ways.
They feel like they're too old.
Yeah, you're never too old. Look at you doing a podcast.
I know you didn't. I'm
young.
Who just had a birthday?
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
So to see that and to be around a circle of people who you see accomplishing their goals, it's just go back to like that saying go, you are an image of the 5 people you hang around. You know what I'm saying? If I'm hanging around people dudes who just go to work every day, they complain about their job, they always talking about, and their level of relaxation is not to go learn something new to get themselves out of their situation, but we going to the clubs this weekend. We on the video game all this weekend. Like if that's their motivation and that's all they concerned about because all they do is go to work.
Right. What you think you gonna do?
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's my circle.
Because it's comfortable. It's easy.
Comfortable.
It's easy to be comfortable.
My friends, circle of friends, I have some very successful friends in their own right. Yeah, you're on the list.
Am I at the top of the list?
You're on the list.
I wish this camera could zoom in on me right now.
My circle of friends, and motivated me and pushed me.
Yeah.
To say you can't get comfortable.
Yeah.
The person that really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone, I think. So my wife, she pushed me to a level of comfort from her success. And what's crazy is, in my mind, my wife is successful.
Hold on. Shout out to Bree. Miss Bree is a doctor. He's married to a doctor, y'all.
So my wife, her level of success drove me to want to be even more successful.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking from a perspective of, I want to be the man of my household. I want to be the provider. I'm looking at all those terminologies that fall in this place. I could have easily said, my wife is successcul. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to chill. I'm going to get this basic job.
No, you not. Not with Miss Bree, you ain't.
Girl, I had her by. She was sprung.
Okay, we'll see. We will see.
She was sprung. I put them kids on her, too. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
I could have easily fell into a level of comfort and said, this is enough. Mm-hmm. I got a good job, quote unquote, a good job. I don't have to chase my dreams because I know that's going to be hard.
Right.
I don't have to do that hard part because I have this stability in my household. I could have easily fell into that category. But my mindset was, regardless of what her success looks like, am I going to follow my dreams?
Yeah.
Am I going to do what I want to accomplish?
Well, you matching her hustle.
And it I ain't even got to match her hustle because
yes,
no, I don't. I could have fell under her hustle and still been cool. Yeah. But I knew at the end of the day, it was about me. I'm living for me.
Yeah.
Now, we get to actually benefit from each other because of our success. But if I don't accomplish my goals, I'm just in a relationship with somebody who is doing everything that they want to do for themselves from a point of chasing their dreams, and now I'm just sitting back relaxing.
You kind of just tagging along. Yeah.
So I say that to say this. If you want to become a millionaire, you can't just sit back and relax. You cannot just sit back and relax because you got to push yourself so hard, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody who's pushing themselves even harder. Because eventually it's going to come to a point to where that person who's pushing themselves even harder going to be looking at you going, what the hell am I doing? Because this individual over here ain't even trying. In their mind, they ain't even trying. So I'm grateful for the relationships that I got into at a young age. Notice I said young age because I'm still young. I got into it at a young age because those relationships helped push me to the level of where I knew I could be.
So what you're saying is you put yourself in the environment to
definitely
grow.
Put myself in the environment.
Yeah.
I purposely went out looking for those relationships.
Yeah. Oh, you have to.
Yeah. You gotta have intentions on everything that you do. And that goes back to the whole family dynamics. Most people don't understand that you have a purpose of why you're doing the things that you do. So if I know I come from an environment where most people don't have the desire to go chase success, most people don't have the desire to accomplish goals, I have to make a cautious decision to say, I got to remove myself from these people. I love them, but I can't be around them if I want to chase and accomplish my goals. Yeah. And that's uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Lonely, uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about these are the people you've been with since day one. I got a nickname from my hood. Everybody, no, you cannot. But most people don't even know me by Melvin. That's how crazy it is.
What they know you by?
They know me by my nickname.
He's slick, y'all.
But, those relationships mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
But those also, I also have to look myself in the mirror and go, those relationships mean a lot to me, but what do I mean to myself? What do I want to? What do I truly want to accomplish in life?
Yeah. I think you got to have a why. Like, why are you doing
it? Man.
You know, why do you want to be a millionaire? Like,
who teaches you that though?
YouTube. We made the change.
We made the change.
we made the change.
We'll
teach you everything, y'all.
Yeah, we made the change.
But
we'll teach you that.
Your environment.
Yes.
Books, audio books. Like, it's so much that you can learn. Like, you got to get out here and seek it, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have to be intentional. You got to want it. Because if you don't want it, you don't have a why, you ain't going to stick to it.
And you got to want it in a manner of, I don't care what nobody think about me, want it.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes you, especially from the neighborhoods we grew up in, wanting too much is frowned upon.
Yeah.
Why you want all that? Why you want to live over there? Why you want that kind of car? Why you want that kind of house? Why you want to send your kids to that type of school?
You know what? I'm probably gonna get some slack from this.
Come on, get some slack.
People be like, "Oh, you acting white." I have heard that before. What is acting white?
I hate that terminology.
Yeah, what is acting white?
Like, for the longest, that went through our communities.
It still do.
It still do. Oh, you want to live over there with the white folks?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to live over there? You want to act like the white folks? I want success.
Yeah, and I don't equate white people to success. Like,
at all.
We're successful.
At all.
Black people are successful in their own right. Like, I know a lot of black people that are successful.
I know a lot of people, period, that are
Exactly.
successful.
Exactly.
And I don't walk around talking about success mean white.
Exactly.
No.
You got to get out of that mindset there.
That right there alone is a journey within itself, just getting out of that mindset, because so many of us are stuck in that mindset. Yeah. So when you know why? Because we taught that. A lot of us are taught that. Not everybody, but a lot of us are taught that. It's in our environment. Yeah. So we have to change our environment. Yeah. I can remember even as a kid, some of my family members were used to always say, "Oh, y'all want to live over there with the white folks."
I heard that before.
And it was like, what?
You know what the stupidest thing I heard before?
What's that?
I bought one of those portable ice makers.
Portable ice maker?
Well, the one you sit on top of the counter.
Oh, you?
Because I like to eat ice.
Okay.
Somebody came to my house and said, y'all think y'all white. Got this ice maker sitting on top of the counter. I was like, what? What does that have to do with, like, come on.
Yeah, it's sad because that's so common.
Yeah.
That is so common. And I don't think people, because it's so normal in our environments, I don't think people realize how offensive it is.
And
how it limits their mindset.
Yeah.
It really puts a limit on your mindset when you think like that.
Yeah.
Because, if you thinking on that level, you're going to act on that level.
Then what are you doing? You're creating an environment of not growing because you were taught this. Now you're teaching your kids that. Yeah. They're going to teach their kids that. Like, somebody got to make the change.
Yeah. You can equate that to, like, going out to restaurants. Don't go to a restaurant that's expensive. Oh, man. You think you think you all that. You out here buying this $50 steak.
$50?
Come on now. I'm glad my wife. Yeah, okay.
Because you going to get in trouble.
Now, hold on now. I'm cheap.
Oh, we know. We know.
I'm super cheap. Like,
did you want to get me this coffee today?
I didn't, but they had it on sale, so I went on and got it for you. I think that goes back to, and this is a part of my journey that I'm working on, and I have to have this conversation with myself on a regular basis.
So you talk to yourself too?
Absolutely. Good. I talk to myself. I ain't going to leave you alone on this by yourself. I get to the point to where, when you reach a certain financial level of success that you've never seen before, you get to keep telling yourself, I can't lose this. I can't lose this. I can't lose this. Yeah. And I think my fear of losing my success is what made me even cheaper.
It does.
It makes me even cheaper. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't want to be cheap, because I enjoy buying nice things. I don't want to have the fear of losing money.
Yeah.
Because
that is a big fear.
Yeah, that's a huge fear. And I think that's one of the reasons why you might not want to become a millionaire, because the fear of getting to a certain level of success and then constantly having to think about losing that can be traumatizing.
Yeah, it's a stress.
Yeah. Because I think you need to face your fears of other things before you start getting into that brim of thinking.
Right.
Because a lot of us have mental health issues that we need to, get taken care of. Being willing to make a change. Yeah. That being the first thing. We had the 10 steps. I think once you go through those 10 steps, if y'all go back to an episode or two before. I think
it was last episode.
Last episode, maybe. You need to go check out those 10 steps to the keys of becoming successful, because I think having those steps in order will help you feel that level of comfort to where you don't necessarily deal with those thoughts, or you're prepared for those thoughts. Because I think now we're prepared for them.
Right. But you know what? You fight fear with action.
Yeah.
You know, those steps you just talked about. Keep them in rotation. Keep doing something. That's how you fight fear.
Yeah.
Because I don't want fear to hold me back and limit me.
Yeah.
Because it almost, look at the podcast.
Yeah.
Fear almost stopped me from doing the podcast.
Yeah.
But I had to put into action no matter how nervous I get. And I get nervous all the time, y'all. All the time. I'm nervous now.
She ain't nervous, y'all.
But action gets rid of fear.
Action.
So
I was reading this book, and it was talking about, react.
You can read.
I can. Okay. Reacting on things within the first 5 minutes.
What is it, Mel? Is it Mel Robbins?
I think Mel might have said that, but it was also somebody else that was saying it. I forgot who it was. But it's just, when we have these thoughts in our head all the time, and if we sit in those thoughts long enough, we won't act on them.
No, they're going to take over.
Yeah, you got to act on them fast. Yeah. And that goes back to the whole concept of writing stuff down, which is something that I have to work on daily, because I'll forget it.
Yeah,
I'll forget it fast. And the older I get, the more I forget. You got a joke.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I just looked.
You got a joke. That's okay. Hey, I love getting older. Wisdom comes with age.
Hopefully.
It does in my book. But I think once you get all those pieces together, that desire to want to become a millionaire, it makes it more obtainable. I think for the longest, me personally, I struggled with thinking, how do I get it? And I think Les Brown said this: don't focus on the how you're going to get it. You got to get the mindset to want it.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
Because the how will come, especially if you got a relationship with God. That how go show up. Yeah. But most of the people, they so focused on the how, they forget all the other steps that you need. Right. And that goes back to what Jim Rome said. It's not about becoming a millionaire. It's who you have to become a millionaire. So you need to focus more on that aspect of becoming a millionaire before you worry about the money aspect.
Yeah, because it's gonna. If you change, if you're willing to make the change, it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come, and it's crazy, because when you start doing all that work on making that change, and that success hits you overwhelmed. It's like sometimes you feel guilty. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm getting all this.
You blessed.
I can't believe this.
Blessed. Yeah.
I can remember getting up some mornings and going, I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this. Like, I'm getting paid to do what I enjoy doing. Yeah. And that's because I stayed the course. I stayed the course and I did the work. And I think most people look at our success and go, well, it just happened. It fell in your lap.
It looked like it because, it looks like overnight success, but it's been long nights, long years. Like,
remember when you first started, how many hours you were putting in?
I didn't get no sleep. I did not get no sleep. I am serious. I would probably wake up about 5 or 6. I'm up all day. I might take a nap, try to go to sleep about 7, 8. I'm back up probably about 10.
Yeah.
And I'm
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Because it's a grind that has to come with it. And if you don't want to do it, if you're lazy, you don't want to change, you don't want to get out your comfort zone, then millionaire status is not for you.
Yeah. And I think people got to understand, if you coming from an environment where you just work and you got the I go to work, come home, go to work, come home, take a couple of days off, go back to work, come home. If that has been your story, you have to put more work in outside of your job on yourself than you do at your job.
Yeah. I've heard a saying, and I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's basically saying, you know, you going to work for somebody else and they paying you. Something about, what does it say? Something about why are you going to work and letting these people pay you, but you're not working on your dream?
Some people stop dreaming.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people stop dreaming. I remember talking about this one day when we was talking about when I had my nutrition club in Oklahoma, and I would ask people when they come in, my customers that would come in and out the store, I would ask them, like, what are your dreams? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
A lot of people don't even get asked that.
No. Once you get an adult, you move out, you start taking on responsibilities, you start paying bills, you have kids.
Yeah, real life hits you.
Real life hits you. Those dreams and those aspirations, they go out the window. You just in survival mode.
Yeah.
And that's hard to get out of because it's so many people. It's populated it's overcrowded. Like that area is super overcrowded, so it's easy to stay in that level because everybody in that level for the most part.
This is what you see.
It's what you see on a daily basis. So when I'm asking these people this, a lot of them, like you said, ain't nobody asked them that in a long time. But my whole concept was I want to trigger that nerve that makes you start thinking about it. Like, what makes you start thinking, where do I see myself in 5 years? What goals am I trying to achieve? Have I wrote any goals down lately? Or have I said, because I got the kids, because I got the job that I hate every day, but I go because I got to pay my bills, I ain't got time to think about nothing else.
Yeah, because a lot of people are tired. They're tired when they get off of work. Yeah. You know, they're tired on the weekend because they've been going to work. They've been dealing with kids. But you got to make the change.
You got to make the change.
You want to do something better.
Even if you devote 30 minutes a day.
It's progress. It's progress.
Big. Yeah. Big progress. And those are the steps that you got to do, but it has to be a consistent. Has to be a level of consistency.
Can't do it when you feel like it.
You don't get up every day and run your business the way you know you need to run your business, where your business going to be in 5 years?
I ain't going to have no business.
You ain't going to have nothing. Not in 5 years.
No.
It's going to be gone. So it has to be a level, especially when you reach that level of success, you really got to go hard.
You got people depending on you.
Yeah. That's a whole different topic right there within itself. When you have the people that depends on you and you have to make sure you show up. But when you talk about how people get to that level and not chasing their dreams anymore, so many people have that quote unquote millionaire. I want to be a millionaire because it's popular. Because people talk about it all the time and social media showcase that. But when it comes to putting in the work to become a millionaire, if you can't stay consistent with the small things, you might as well not. And that's why the topic of this conversation is you're not ready to become a millionaire because those things matter.
Yeah,
and you got to be willing to put in the work to make those things become a reality.
And just listening to everything we have said, it all comes back to mindset.
Yeah.
Like, everything has to do with mindset, how you think, how you view yourself. Like, you got to change.
So what do you say to that young 24-year-old female who has 2 kids? She's not in a relationship with the father of her kids. She's staying in an apartment. She has a job making enough to pay her bills and pay her car note and put food on the table. Every month she's doing the same thing. What advice do you give to her to help her think outside of making that change to say, I see the topic being I'm not ready to become a millionaire, but what do I need to do to be ready to become a millionaire?
Think about what you want, who you doing it for. Mm-hmm. And my like I said, my biggest thing, switch up your mindset. Mm-hmm. You know, look at your babies, you know, let that be your motivation.
Yeah. Because that was your driving force.
It was my driving force. I looked at my babies. I want a better life for them.
Yeah.
And commit to some type of time during the week, during the day, every day. Mm-hmm. Commit to something that's going to propel you to go further.
Yeah.
But, I mean, mindset and being consistent, being disciplined. And, hey, you can't hang out with your homegirls like that, you know.
Sacrifice, huh?
It's a lot. Sacrifice, mindset, commitment, discipline. It all comes with trying to go to the next level. Whatever that level may be for you, you got to switch it up.
Yeah. And I would also implement because I know I just had a conversation with a young man the other day, mm-hmm. and he was asking me just those steps. And I said, for me personally, it was, of course, my mindset, but I had to watch what I put in my mind every day.
Yeah.
So every day I would get up and listen to, you know, motivation, podcasts, mm-hmm. things that led me down that road. Because I feel like once you start having that mindset of, I'm hearing these people talking positive every day. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing these people talk about their goals every day. Eventually, I'm going to start turning into that type of person mm-hmm. as well. Even though I ain't got the success that I want, my conversation is changing. Because in the past, all I used to listen to is Big Extra Plug and is it Big Extra or Big X? Whatever the boy name is, you know. I was listening to the hip hop, and I that's all I knew how to conversate was what I was listening mm-hmm. to. But now that I'm changing my listening habits, I'm now changing the way I conversate with people, because now instead of listening to what happened on Sports Center or mm-hmm. what happened on this, I'm now going around here and I'm listening to somebody talking about success. Yeah. And even though I don't feel comfortable listening to or being in that conversation, I heard somebody else that I listen to on a daily basis talking about that. So now I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah, you're absorbing that.
Yeah, and it's popping up in my head. And now I might even get a little input. You know what? I remember hearing something about that. So now they're inviting me into that conversation. Right. So when you have people that say, well, how do I get in those rooms? And how do I get around those type of people? You got to have it in your head that this is what you want mm-hmm. because you're going to attract those type of people.
Exactly.
If you're a toxic individual, you're going to attract toxic situations.
Yep.
If you got the mindset of I want to be successful and I'm preaching this every single day to myself, you're going to attract mm-hmm. successful people.
Have you ever been around somebody that's very negative, very toxic, and they keep going through similar situations, and they be like, "Why I keep going through this?" Mm-hmm. But they not paying attention that they keep putting themselves in these environments, keep hanging with these people and stuff. Like
the people who finna get their income tax and go get the car off of Buckner. And
I'm selling some cars.
And it's gonna be back at the car. It's gonna be back at the car lot in 3 months.
Don't. Hey,
I'm just saying.
They trying to make the change. They gonna get there.
It's been 5 years. They did the same thing.
Hey,
come on.
Hey, but yeah, you gotta start looking within.
Yeah.
And start switching stuff up, because stuff ain't just happening to you. You putting yourself in that situation. That's why it's happening to you.
Preach.
So.
Yeah. So you gotta change it up, and it starts with you.
Yeah.
The change don't start with your environment. The change don't start with your kids. The change don't start with your mama, your daddy.
Right here,
none of that. Your spouse, nothing, boyfriend, girlfriend. Mm-mm. It starts with you.
Yeah.
It starts with you. And as you start making that change, you got to be okay with people understanding that you going through a change. And if they don't understand it, you got to be okay.
Leave them alone.
With walking away from those relationships.
Like, bye. Yeah.
You ain't got to say it like that.
Yeah, you do. Bye. Because you working on making a change. Bye.
you go.
Be straightforward with it.
Be straightforward.
Yeah.
Don't hold no blood.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of reasons why you're not ready to become a millionaire. If these things have resonated with you to the point where you feel like I don't want to deal with none of that stuff that they talking about, then you're absolutely right. The title is absolutely right. You are not ready to become a millionaire.
Don't hang it up.
Don't hang it up. It's okay. Because when they say it's lonely at the top, this is why. Because you got to overcome all these things that we just talked about. But if you have the mindset of, I hear what they saying, I'm already going through my journey, I'm already overcoming a lot of these topics that they're talking about.
And it's a journey.
And it's definitely a journey. I think I'm ready to continue to commit to that. Then welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
They got to get jumped in.
And I need some money. Welcome to that club. And when I say that club, I don't mean that you got $1 million or nothing like that. I mean that you got the mindset and you're ready to become the person that you need to become a millionaire.
Right. You switching it up. You thinking.
Switching it up. We need to start bringing some of them people on the podcast and talking to those type of people who have that mindset of
who trying to make the change. They going through their journey right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think us being in positions that we're in and we've made those changes and we've overcome a lot of those obstacles that come with this journey, I think we can help out a lot of people in that aspect. Because I know for me, having that mentor, YouTube was a big help for me to achieve a lot of my goals because mentors are on YouTube that encourage you daily basis.
They don't even know they do it, but they
know. They know. They bank account know too. But those type of situations are what I want our platform to be able to help people out with. They can come to us and get that advice, and they can go from episode to episode and learn something. So make sure you tuning in. If you got to where you're on the cliff of saying, I'm ready to make this change, I'm ready to do that, and I need help in this area, whether it makes you uncomfortable or comfortable, put it down in the chat. Put it down in the chat, and let's see if we can help that next person get over that hump of getting to the road to the millionaire mindset.
All right, because it's there.
Yeah.
It's attainable.
It's definitely. We are a proven example of no matter where you come from, no matter what your circumstances are, neither one of us had a silver spoon in our mouth when we came up. By no means. I don't even think I had a spoon. Shut up. I had a spoon, y'all. I had a spoon.
No, we didn't.
I did have a spoon. I had a spoon. But we would love to see the comments. We would love to be able to give you guys some help on what it might take to get to that next level on your journey. And Krista has a lot of ideas that she can throw your way.
I do. Pastor Melvin, you sound like the preacher at the church. You know, when they inviting everybody to come join the church.
Come in.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come join. We made the change.
We made the change. Yes. We go send the pot around too.
We sure is.
It's gonna be an ATM in my church.
Wow. Okay.
No, but until next time, make sure you guys subscribe. We need more subscribers, so make sure y'all get these subscribers up. Don't just be looking at them and not subscribing. Go ahead and subscribe. That it's free. It don't take nothing but the effort of pushing a button.
It ain't gonna take away from your millions.
And it ain't gonna take away from your millions by no means. Till next time, we made the change like always, and we still making the change. So we will see you guys on the next episode.
We out, y'all.
Boom.